The first thing the woman did after being dumped by her fiancé was light 2 firecrackers and blow up his family's outhouse. Then she walked away without looking back, leaving behind his whole family covered in filth. Turns out the woman had stayed behind to run his furniture factory and took care of his lazy mother all on her own, just so he could study abroad. After 3 long years of hard work, she finally waited for him to return, only to see him bring back a strange woman, claiming they were just friends. The woman sneered on the spot and angrily shouted that being this close wasn't what friends did. The other woman mocked her, calling her an illiterate village girl, and said she wasn't worthy of the fiancé, telling her to quit embarrassing herself and leave. So the woman said no way, but the other woman laughed again, saying she was just making a scene to scam money. The fiancé then pulled out $200 and threw it at her like she was a beggar. The woman gave a cold smile, calmly listed out a bill. 3 years of work and care, wages, housing, meals and damages totaled $4,000. Hearing that, the fiancé exploded, pointed at her and yelled that she was being greedy. She said nothing, just turned and walked out, came back with 2 firecrackers, dragged his family to the outhouse, lit the fuses and tossed them in, then walked away with swagger. On her way home, the sky grew darker. A drunk man saw her walking alone and immediately had bad intentions, but the woman was already full of rage. She pulled out a small knife and fought back, but she was no match for him in strength. Just as she was about to be overpowered, a man passing by jumped in to help. With a few swift moves he knocked the drunk man down, then said it was the first time he'd seen a girl fight off a thug, and praised her on the spot. Little did he know, the woman was once a gentle soul, but her kindness had been taken for weakness. Even the dog she raised for years was served up on the dinner table by her own relatives, while they ate and praised how delicious it was. That moment she realized, being soft only invited more cruelty. She swore to live fierce, and never let anyone push her around again. After hearing her story, the man felt a pang in his heart, so he gave her his army knife, telling her next time she faced danger, she didn't need to risk her life, just scare them off with this. The next day, the ex-fiancé returned to the factory to take over, but found it completely empty. All the client files were gone. The woman had taken them with her, and she did have orders in hand, but she didn't want to benefit such heartless people. Problem was she had no money to start her own factory. Just then, she overheard her cousin's family discussing a broken engagement. Turns out the cousin's fiancé had fallen into a coma after an accident, and they were about to return the $6,000 dowry. The whole family was panicking. That's when the woman had an idea. She offered to take the cousin's place in the marriage, said she'd do it for the remaining $3,000. The family hesitated for a long time, but finally agreed. With tears in their eyes they sent her off, but the moment she stepped into the new family's house, what she saw left her completely stunned.